Lincoln Tunnel, through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's week. From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
Right to the air is Burrow. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They go play action with Burrow. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And Burrow going to throw again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let him fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. This is Smith with a ground. Touchdown! Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Play action. Now Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Now, the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns, and a 34-31 New York victory over the Bengals. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. He hits more. He's got the first down and more than that. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And the penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, we gotta go score. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Room here to run. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Ready?
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He will find his man Chase complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavien Howard. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but got to put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive.
He just take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
64 weeks.
Now Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
25 yards that time.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Marlon Mack, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. On second down, a run with Hall. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Rolling to his right. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. Burrow on play action. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
80 weapon, 80 weapon.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Bengals grab it. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job 1 paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Mack. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Looking to run with Mack, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Berrios. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson uncorks one for Davis. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
This time, Burrow will look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Now an option play on second down.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And
intercepted. Wilson's third of the game.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
11 mighty. Stop.
A run up the middle with Mack. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals.
Marlon Mack, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Jets 14. Kevin McPherson to the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Berrios now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They're going to try and run. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's good set. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 12. Dot.
They'll go with Mack here up the middle. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10.
11.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
11.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll run for it. This is Mack. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
12.
Mack is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
That's good for a Jets.
Here's Wilson. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jevon Holland. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They go play action with Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
McPherson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
He's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jets 26. Kevin McPherson to the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the double.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Connection made to Ruckert. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he returns this to the 22.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bengals, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3.
And they'll be on the road next.